Hi, Patrick Young from Diversified again. Today we're going to be looking at a fantastic piece of kit from HP Poly called the G9 Plus kit. So we have two components to that. We have the PC core. It is a Windows-based Teams room system after all. It's a fantastic new HP branding on there. So HP PC core, but also the Poly TC10 I think it's called, which is the console that you use to control it. So we'll be having a look at what you get inside the box, what the products look like, and some of their key features.
Electric pulses like the sky, wires hum and circuits sigh.
Okay, so I sped up the unboxing. I've put the packaging aside for now, and we're just going to have a look and see what came in the box with the G9 Plus core system, which is, as I mentioned, a Windows-based MTR, so MTR OW or MTR on Windows. So, got some boring stuff like power supply, cable, and power supply itself. We have some little 100 by 100 VESA mount connectors. These are plastic, and they will come in very handy, I'm sure, when we come to mounting it either on the back of a product or in an equipment bay somewhere that has some sticky pads in there and some screws. So pretty much everything you would need by the looks of it. We have a quick start guide, which of course I've read in detail. We have a display port to HDMI adapter in the box, so that's a clue as to what connectors we're going to find on our PC unit in just a minute. We have a very long, very high quality looking Cat 5 I would think, but anyway, high quality. Doesn't say on it how long it is, but it looks pretty long, so I'm guessing that's at least 5 meters. So we have a couple of other things here. We have a metal container which I think unhinges or unscrews. Not sure exactly how. We'll have a look at that later. But that, I think, is a container for the power supply, so that the power supply is shielded and tucked away in such a way that the power cable can't be unplugged by those naughty users. But we also have this metal device here, which I think is part of the mounting solution for the PC, which we'll come to in a minute. All of this is this is high quality metal. The power supply case is also high quality, well engineered metal. There you go. I've just found out how the top comes off. The top comes off and probably screws on. Yes, there's a screw on the end there to keep it in place so that those pesky users can't get their fingers in. And then we also have this, this is not metal, this is plastic. I've seen one of these before because the older version of the PC came with something similar. I'll explain what this does in just a minute, but let's have a look at the PC. Oh, also got some little screws, which I guess will be part of the mounting solution. So here's the PC itself. This is the G9 Plus. So the last generation of this was of course called the G9. The G9 Plus has a number of key differences. I'll pop the specs up onto the screen at some point during the video so you can see. But basically it's an updated chipset, a better processor. As I said, we'll have a look at the in detail specs, but there's a couple of very specific things that I like about this device. So you can see on the back, it has color coded ports. This is to make it easier for your engineers or whoever's putting it together to know exactly what plugs in where. There's two USB-Cs, one marked as orange and one marked as blue. There is a yellow port marked as HDMI, and there is a purple port which says PoE next to it. Okay, there are a number of other ports. Of course, there is a network port, there are 2 display ports, there is an HDMI port, 3 more USB-A ports, and the power supply. Now on the front, although I don't believe these are used in the installation of the MTR, there are 2 more USB type A's and another USB-C. So it may be that we would use those if we ran out of ports on the back, if we were making a multiple camera installation, for example. Windows MTRs essentially has a Windows PC at the core, and so having those multiple USB ports is very, very handy indeed. There's also an on button. That's the PC. Let's have a look at the console. So this is called the TC10. I haven't removed the plastic. I'm dying to. I love removing the plastic, but I haven't removed the plastic yet. We might do that later on. But you can see this is a 10-inch tablet, purpose-built for this particular application. Having said that, this device actually has more than one application, so it can be used in a Microsoft Teams room. It can also be used, I believe, in their Zoom room kits and Google, of course. So that's one application. This is the white one. You can probably just see behind me. I've seen this device before, as you can tell, because behind me on the wall there is a black version, and that has lights on the side. This also has lights on the side, and they will light up to indicate different things. So when it's used as a Teams room scheduling panel that sits outside the room, the lights will show red and green depending on the availability of the room. But it's come in this case in the kit with the G9 Plus, because it also is the console for controlling a Microsoft Teams room. This is a 10-inch panel, so it's much bigger for a start. The design has been dramatically improved, and it's also got these removable legs. So one of the issues with the old one was it only ever sat in one way on the table. That the old panel didn't lend itself for different uses like going on the wall, etc. But this one has been completely redesigned. So we have this foot, metal foot, really nice quality, that clicks on the back, and that means you can put it on the table as so. But also you can turn it over and give a different angle. So why is this important? Well, if you've got very harsh overhead lights, let's see if I can show you what I mean in the camera. Very harsh overhead lights, this might be quite difficult for the user to see what's going on the screen. So having a choice of her 2 different angles is very handy. Of course it doesn't fold, but I actually don't mind that at all, because it's one less thing to be broken by some heavy-handed users. So that is the TC10. Now that is powered by a PoE Cat5 or Cat6 cable, so there's no power supply. It's a single cable from this. So that's the kit, and later on we'll get to plugging it all in and making it work.
Electric pulses like the sky.